Welcome back to the Branson Convention Center, the home of the first ever American Cornhole Organization Pro Series Cornhole Championships. And I'll tell you something right now, Jay Boogie, we have been talking about this and talking about this and talking about this all day. And you know what I will tell you? I am Finn the Loudmouth for the ACO. You, my friend, are Jay Boogie, the Boogeyman. We have been exactly right all day long. The games just keep getting better. The competition keeps getting stiffer, and we are now in a moment where this is a do-or-die situation for one of these two gentlemen.
Absolutely, and I'm pumped up to watch it. I'm telling you one thing. It is I, JBOOG to the I to the E. Psyched to be sitting back up here with Finn, the loudmouth at ACO. I'm telling you, I've been waiting for this all day. It's getting down to the nitty-gritty, and it's time for Mr. Kandler and Mr. Randall Garrison to show us something right here on center court, because like you said, somebody's fixing to go home.
Well, and I'm telling you right now, on the frame games that seeded all of these guys, out of the 20 players we started with during the day, 2 of these guys were in the top 4, and now they're working with a do-or-die situation. It's win or go home. That's or right. At least win and try to work your way through the singles division and get back through the brackets and earn your way back in on Sunday. We are on Stadium Sports Network. We are thrilled that you are with us. We hope you have enjoyed the cornhole that you've been watching. Maybe you've taken a break during the course of the coverage and gone out and played a couple of games yourself, but you are picking up some great tips watching these pros go at it. Blue bag is the higher seed. Randall Garrison lays that blocker up low right, and it's time for Aaron Kandler to do what it is that he does, and that is throw that attitude right back at those bags.
He left the red bag right there on the left side, created a field goal for the rest of the frame for both of these guys, because I don't think they're going to get either one of those bags back as Randall pushes it up, gets it on out of the way. Field goal's still there. It helps with the eyes when you line that thing up in between those 2 bags. And I say Kandler needs to just slide through this thing and get to the next frame. That's what I want to see him do. Did it.
And
great job.
Cleans it up. Nicely done. No blood drawn on the first pass. And these guys, they know what's on the line, and that's a shot.
Yes, sir.
At $20,000 on Sunday.
Again. Say it one more time.
$20,000.
That don't make no sense.
Winner take all on Sunday right here.
Absolute absurdity.
On Stadium.
20 grand to one guy or gal that can take this thing all the way to the end and take the cash home. Buy a house, put a down payment down on the house, go buy you a car cash, or just save it, do whatever you want to. It's 20 grand and you earned it out here live on the Pro Series and ACO out here in Branson, having a great time.
Well, and what's so great is when we've talked to all the different players during the course of the day, what they would do with the $20,000. We've had everything from a down payment on a house to buy a beer for my dad. So there's lots of different opportunities within that range, and that was an interesting finish there with 2 blue bags off the back from Randall. That is not what you would expect to see, and that gives Aaron a 6-0 advantage very early in this game. But as we've seen, no lead is safe as these pros step up against one another.
That's right. Very shocking to leave 2 blue dogs running around in the backyard there from Randall. And it's good. It's a good thing to see Kandler take advantage of it, because when somebody gives you an opportunity out here with the caliber of players that we got, you got to take advantage of it.
Absolutely.
Kandler continuing to do the same thing, capitalizing on the opportunity of the open board, but now he's got a blocker bag to deal with, tries to go straight on through it, and now Randall's going to come up, blast through both of those bags and takes them on in there. Great shot, stick it right up the middle like he knows how to do. And Randall says, I can do it too. That's a 12 on a 10. 10s don't get wins, and you got to put these things up because 12s fly high here in the ACO.
Yes, they do, and that could be the difference maker at the beginning or at the very end of the game. We've seen a handful of games that have gone 21-20, 21-19, and we've only had 1 shutout the entire tournament to this point.
Yep, just 1. Very rare. Very rare you see a shutout. Could have been nerves bothering them in that game, but you know what? We know these guys, they're going to pick themselves back up. They're going to dig in, and they're going to smash that big bracket tomorrow of 300 plus players and try to make their way back to Sunday live on the Stadium Network. Very nice blocker bag, not what he wanted. We got an eye roll from Randall. I don't believe that's what he wanted. I think he wanted that one in the hole, and maybe...
Oh, boy, and that's one that Aaron expected that was going to drop over top and leave those 2 sitting there. Not only did it not do that, he gave Randall a nice little gift.
Yeah, whose team is Chuck Norris on? Well, push to his opponent on that one.
You know what? Team Chuck Norris is on Team Chuck Norris. It's
That's right.
that no matter what.
And don't ask him. I don't want a roundhouse kick.
No,
Trust
you do
me,
not.
I do not want to collect a Walker Texas Ranger sitting up here with Finn.
Believe it, I will tell you this. I share a birthday with Chuck Norris, but I refuse to tell him because I don't want to have to change it.
There it is.
All right, so Randall's laying low and laying high. Is Aaron able to get in there and slice between them? It's going to be a little bit of a bunch up there. Oh.
Nice attempt at the airmail there. I don't expect those blue bags to last long. They're going to collect their way down to the bottom.
He just snuck another one in there. That is
bingo,
outstanding.
bango, what an airmail from Randall.
Outstanding. Great shot. And
wait for
it
the
is
sneak around.
not going to drip in. And I would tell you, as we have referred to these bags, these Pro Series bags that everybody's playing with for the first time in this tournament, these are a stiff bag that go back to the stick side, the slick side, that were pioneered by the ACO years ago. And these are what we'd call OG bags. And if you are able to master both the slick side and the stick side, you are really going to get far in this tournament, because that means you know where you want to place it and you have the skill to put it right there.
Exactly.
Because these bags do not find the hole on their own.
No, you had to put them there. They have to have a GPS from your hand 27 feet down in front of you, getting up in that little 6-inch hole like you wanted to do. And that last bag Kandler threw in the last frame, he wanted a fish hook on it, but like you said, he couldn't reel it back in because these bags just aren't made like that.
All right, you made some reference to the dog in the backyard, and it happened again. It allowed Aaron to pick up another 3, so Kandler up 9-4 over Garrison, one of 2 Garrisons that is active in the tournament right now, and trying to work his way into one of those final 8 out of today's competition. And then on Sunday, we will have 8 more that have made it through that singles bracket in the Branson Major here. Thanks again to our friends at the Branson Chamber, the CVB, the Branson Convention Center, a great Memorial Day weekend, an outstanding tournament. There's a bag that Aaron is able to sneak in through the back. The Kandler special, he finds a way to get it in there, and I'm surprised he didn't walk off with his arms up in the air when he did that, because that's typically what he does, but that's mostly at the end of the game. That was a little swing and a miss there, a little bit strong. He might have been feeling a little cocky.
Yeah, I expect for him to go for it here again. That's just what
He's
Kandler does.
Shot. When he does, and he takes them both.
Splash. That thing didn't touch much wood at all. I believe it went through the floor and smacked the devil in the chin.
All right. That's going to be a 6 spot.
Woo.
All right.
The big points from Chuck Norris.
I'll tell you what, this one just got out of hand, but as we've mentioned before, nothing is sacred. No lead is sacred, and no lead is safe. So momentum can swing just like that. Who knows? Kandler has the opening bag, which is always an advantage.
Turns it on the slick side and puts it in the hole. Doesn't bother with a blocking bag. Didn't worry about it. He said, I'm going to see if I can just close this thing out by putting them down.
No need to play defense when your offense is working the way that is.
Absolutely. And we got a Missouri shootout, ladies and gentlemen. They got 4 bullets left in the chamber. Make it 3 because Kandler just sunk that one. Randall lets it fly, and it's down. It's gone. Kandler's is gone. It follows him.
And there it goes.
Splash.
Going to call it a day. That's outstanding. That is great play, especially this late in the day. Really, really nice shooting.
That is exactly right. We got 8 sitting down there chilling under the wooden sunroof, and they are proud of it. They're shrugging that one off and going on to the next round because one frame can't win it. And Randall's going to try to dig in right here and get these points stacking up to come back against this 15 that Kandler's put on him.
Both of these players looking to join in the finals. The other 4 who have already worked their way into Sunday's finals: Eric Zockline, a former world champion and king of cornhole.
Easy.
Josh All-Day Glover, who worked his way in out of the corny 40.
How about the guy goes through the spinning wheel?
How about that?
He takes the spinning wheel
he takes
and made it in.
that random shot as a corny 40 member, one of the top 40 players in the ACO. And then you've got the Hurt Locker. You've got Isaac and Caleb Hurt, both qualifying for that final 8 on Sunday.
That's right, both of them in. And as you know, Isaac is my favorite player. I'm pulling for him. I'm hoping he does a good job, but most importantly, we want to see great matches, but we don't really have to hope for it when you got shots like that coming in.
All right, another great shot right there, and that's going to put another couple of points on, a deuce there for Randall Garrison. 15-6 is where we stand right now. The higher seed, Randall, right now got a little bit of work to do. He's got his work cut out for him, but he does get that first bag back.
Yep, and we got to chip away. He's got to chip away. He can't. expect to get everything back in one shot. You know, you're not going to get a whole bunch of points each frame. So stay consistent, you know, stay calm. Keep chipping away at it, 1s, 2s, 3s, and get on back to that 1-5 in red that he's looking at on the other end.
And I tell you, the more you see Kandler throw, the more consistent he gets. And Randall, Garrison has been fairly consistent. And, of course, I've jinxed him there by saying that was my turn to do it. I haven't done it all day. You guys have been doing that. But
we've been getting them.
I got in there, and it is not going to spill in. I thought it might.
It felt like it was moving.
I thought it
like
might drip back in there. But as you said, a couple of points at a time. Now we're looking at 15-10, a much better position for Randall as he looks at the first bag again.
Now check him out. He's climbed up now to double digits, matching up 10-15 against Kandler.
Now he just left the bag kind of open and left that lane open. Kandler takes advantage of that fully right up the center of the lane, followed by another bag. And that is
a little frustration busting out of Kandler right there. He knows the opportunity he's given Mr. Garrison, and he's taking advantage of that. But he still has 2 bullets in the chamber, does Mr. Kandler. He's got to calm down and put these in the hole.
And that's what we were talking about in that last frame, the consistency when he can dial it in. Now he's got to figure out, does he want to try to get it up and over? And he can certainly do it. He's just going to play it safe.
And I like that shot by Randall there on the last bag. He threw a blocker. Now, you might wonder why you would throw a blocker with your last bag. It's because it puts all the pressure on your opponent. Now, Kandler had one off the board to begin that frame. So if he throws a blocker bag, it dares Kandler to either put it on the board like he did, which was a smart play,
right,
or he throws an airmail and runs the risk of putting 2 on the floor, which is really not what you want to do.
Not at this point, no. When the momentum has shifted the way that it has, you really want to try to get back into your groove. And he just left an open lane there. Garrison absolutely took advantage of it, pushing off that right bag. Now 2 in a row, just using it as sort of a side bumper.
6 on 3 right now. It's not looking good for Kandler as Garrison stacks up the lead.
That is 9 on 3.
Oh, wow.
One off the board. All right, so that's a 6 spot right there, and that changes the complexion of the game right there. 17-15.
Takes the lead with 1 frame.
Oh, 18-20. I'm sorry, I must have missed something in there. I thought he pulled a 6 spot. He pulled 8.
Like you said, I mean, the momentum can switch in just a click of a second, you know? And you don't want to see Kandler get frustrated right here. He wants to calm down and get those camo crocs firing again like he was earlier.
Absolutely.
And we got a train stacked up right here. Blue, red, blue, red. Who's going to shoot the first one? Garrison goes up and over and doesn't get the one out of his hand, but knocks one of each in the hole.
Now the question becomes,
what does he do?
Does it come up and over?
Airmail and sends a blue one home. That's not what he was hoping for.
Nice low blocker.
Nice. Contemplating, taking his time. Goes back up again. Sends it off the back.
And that's going to do it. Randall Garrison takes that high seed and converts it into a spot in the finals on Sunday. 21-15 over Aaron Kandler. He is now in the running for that $20,000 walk away.
He's going to
prize,
Sunday.
And he's going to go spend a little time thinking about how that game went south. But he will be back. He may work his way back through singles and end up right back out here. And I'll tell you something, one of the great characters in the American Cornhole organization will not be kept down. And he is a name that is going to be reckoned with for a lot of years.
For sure.
Congratulations, yeah, absolutely, to Randall Garrison, who has now worked his way back through the second bracket in a double elimination day, and he will find himself in that final on Sunday. Jay Boogie, we are going to take a quick break. We're going to be back. We've got a really, really big match coming up next, and the best cornhole on the planet Earth is coming to you from Branson, Missouri, as part of the first ever ACO Pro Series Cornhole Championship. The qualifiers continue. It's a next up do or die match.